Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to Goodwill to look around, see what they got for vintage items that I might be able to resell, or I might just be able to find some things for my own personal collection. So let's go ahead and look around and see what they had today. So you guys know I'm always excited whenever I spy Pyrex on the shelf. I was not so excited about this $20 price tag. That was insane. This is just a town and country pattern, not that popular, not even amongst Pyrex collectors, so I waved goodbye to that. This floral weaved, I don't know if it's a soup tureen perhaps, that's pretty stunning there. They had a bunch of these McDonald's glasses, and I don't think they're really worth picking up. They had them marked $3 a piece, and I think you might be able to sell them for $12 shipped online, so yeah, not that great of a deal really. They had these darling little Currier and Ives milk glass bowls here. I've never come across these before, so that was a first time for me, and they were asking $3 a piece. I thought this little side table was kind of interesting with the floral shape to it. What would you use the underneath space for though? It's a really small circle. I know they probably used it just to give it some strength, but it kind of looks like you might be able to hold something down there. I thought it was a little funny that I happened upon this German castle because I just recently picked up a tote bag with this in a yard sale, so it was kind of interesting to come across this again. I thought this artwork piece here was kind of interesting, and they were asking $15 for it, so yeah, I kind of like these style pictures here with the little quotes or poems on them. Okay, so this little dog here is quite darling. Looks very dapper with his little eyeglass there, and I guess it was either made or gifted in 2015, and they were only asking $3 for it. Such a cute little dog. I always like to pick up funny signs like this. They always sell really well for me in my antique booth. This one was kind of funny with the sip happens, let's whine about it. I've been coming across a lot of this stuff lately. This is some nice butterfly taxidermy. It's a nice little jewelry box. Again with the dolphins. This one definitely looks like Lisa Frank style. Look at the colors on that. Someone is getting rid of their dolphin collection in my area. They have to be. They had this adorable kitty piggy bank. It is so stinking cute. How do you not get this thing? Is that what people do with seashells? That's a little interesting. What do you guys think of this little lamp here? I thought it was quite pretty myself. I guess Santa got sick of his reindeer and upgraded to some kind of robotic reindeer, so he donated these to the Goodwill. A lot of these unfortunately were chipped. I'm not sure why these were in this section and not in the Christmas section, but it was a really cute set. There was one random large one that was like a mama reindeer, which was really odd. I thought this canister was kind of neat actually. I like the black and white detailing to it and all the various houses. It was a very interesting design. I really thought this platter was quite gorgeous. I love the florals on it. It had the gold detailing around the edge as well, and the price was great. They were only asking $3 for it. I really liked this one too, but I instantly saw some significant damage to the front of it, so I had to pass on that one. Now this guy was here last week when I went and I kind of looked at it. I thought I had grabbed it, but I did not, so I was happy when I saw it pushed in the back there. This Bavaria pottery was quite gorgeous and had a very interesting shape to it. Now, I really do like this set. I think it might have been there last week as well, but it has a lot of weird chipping around the edges where you would drink out of it, so I didn't quite dare to pick it up even though I really wanted it. It's very gorgeous. I was surprised to see this particular spoon rest here because it says California. It's a completely different coast than the coast that I live on, but it seems to be a vintage spoon rest. The backside is a little rough, but I think it's a really nice piece, and I was happy to see that. Again, I still wasn't in the Christmas section yet, and I was still finding Christmas items. This appeared to be some really old vintage, some kind of a wine alcohol decanter. There's a cork in the top of it. It's a very interesting piece. I have no idea what it is, but it was quite nice. Here's some more Avon stuff. I told you guys this is showing up in the thrift stores. I actually really like this piece. It's missing the little cork topper that should be in the top there, but it's still a really gorgeous piece, and I think people would really like that. This is a Pennsylvania Dutch hex sign. Now these don't sell for a whole lot, maybe $5 or $7 you'll get out of most of them, and then there's maybe a few that you could get $18 to $20-ish for. It really depends on what the subject matter is. Someone recently sold these hex signs. It was a set of 7 on eBay for $19.99 they sold it for, so they went for under $3 a piece, so yeah, I decided to pass on it. This set here tricked me a little bit. I thought it looked a little on the older side. I thought it might have been from the 80s, and it's actually from Marshall's, so it is not 80s. It's probably from maybe the early 2000s. Is there any Winnie the Pooh fans out there? For whatever reason, I actually sell Winnie the Pooh items quite well in my antique booth, so I definitely always pick it up if I find anything in nice condition. These emerald green bowls were kind of nice, but there were lots of chips on the inside of them throughout all of them, so I left them behind. So I spied these Norman Rockwell coffee mugs. I've actually purchased these before about a year ago, and I tried selling them in my antique booth and they did not do well. I guess I'm the only Norman Rockwell fan in Maine, so I'm actually going to try to sell those online. We'll see how they do, but I think they're really interesting. They have nice Norman Rockwell pictures on the front, and then on the back side it says a story about the picture. And I spied this puffin mug once again. I almost got it the week before, and so I was happy to see it. I have this rule of thumb: if I see it again and I'm drawn to it a second time, normally I will just go ahead and grab it. Anytime I see any kind of astrology stuff on a coffee mug, I always pick it up because those have always been good sellers for me in my antique booth. Let me know in the comments below what your sign is. I'm a Sagittarius. I haven't always been a huge fan of looking through the coffee mugs just because of the way they're normally stacked, but I've been really into looking through them lately. Let me know below what is your favorite area to look at in the thrift stores. While Winnie the Pooh stuff sells well for me in my booth, I don't think one single glass would, so I decided to leave that one behind. I found maybe my favorite find of this thrift trip. Up on the top shelf, I found this Anchor Hawking juice pitcher, and it's in this brilliant orange color. I will tell you more about it in my haul, so make sure you are subscribed if you want to see everything that I picked up today. I actually thought these glasses were quite pretty, and I've never seen this pattern before. It has these beautiful floral baskets on it. I also thought this glass dish here was very beautiful as well. It has a doily look to it built into it, and then the edging is kind of ribboned around it as well. Really gorgeous. I found this pressed flowered glass trinket jewelry box down here. It is very, very cool, and the price wasn't too bad on it. The bottom of it is actually mirrored as well, so yeah, that was a super fun piece. Well, that is going to do it for today's Thrift Along With Me at Goodwill. If you want to see part 2 to this Thrift Along With Me trip, Make sure you're subscribed. I'll be posting that tomorrow, and we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye!